Some of you may remember a video I did a while back about setting up your PC for couch play. Out of the comments that came up in this particular video, the consensus seemed to be that Steam Big Picture mode was the best choice out of the three options that were given. In the video, I mentioned that one con of the Steam Big Picture mode was that you could not customize non-Steam games. Well, one YouTuber user who commented on my video dispelled that notion by recommending an application called Steam Rom Manager, and in this video I'm going to take you through a step-by-step process for setting this up. Before we get started, you might be wondering, what does Steam Manager do exactly? To put it simply, it adds both game ROMs from emulators and non-Steam games to the Steam library. Steam Rom Manager not only supports game ROMs, it also has support for the other PC game launchers like GOG Galaxy, Amazon Games, and Epic Store games. Like other front-end applications, Steam Rom Manager also scrapes artwork for the games that you add if it's available. I'm just scratching the surface of what this application can do, so without any more delay, let's jump into setup. I've provided a link in the comment section below. For this example, I'm going to be using the portable version that is compatible with Windows 10. Once you've downloaded the application, drop it in the preferred location and click on the file to start it up. You may be met with a Microsoft Defender screen for the first time. Click on More Info and select Run Anyway. If everything started okay, you should be met with the first setup screen. You first need to locate your Steam directory. If you installed it with the default settings, then the location shown in the box should be where you need to go. Click Browse to open the File Explorer window, and from there you should just have to go to the Steam directory. Once selected, you should be able to move on to the next window. Now you have to choose the Steam account that you want to add your games to. Selecting the Choose button should show you a list of your available accounts. Select your account and save. Your account should now be showing in the box. Once you're done, select Next, and this should bring you to the main application screen. In order to add games to the Steam library, we have to create a parser. This essentially does a search of the games you want to add. For this walkthrough, I'm going to go through three different types. The first thing I want to highlight is the info circle. As you might have already noticed, they are beside each option. Clicking on this will bring up a pane that gives you brief details about what each option does. In some cases, you can select an option in the drop-down menu, click the info button, and you may get details about the specific option you selected. There is also a fact that you can take a look at any time you select an info circle. For the first example, I'm going to set up games for the Xbox 360 emulator, Xenia. There are two available presets for the ROMs that use this emulator. I'm going to start with the one named Xenia. This specific option is going to search for files that use the ISO format. Selecting this preset will produce additional options that need to be set up. The first thing that needs to be set up is the ROM location. Click the Browse option to open File Explorer and locate your ROM folder. The next thing you have to do is locate the emulator path. Because I'm currently using the Xenia Manager to configure my games, I have to locate the emulator that is being used with this application. If you're interested in learning more about the Xenia Manager, I'll leave a link to the video in the top right-hand corner of this one. Once I've added those two locations, there are not any other options that I have to configure, so I just have to select the Save option. Doing this will produce three more options to choose from. I recommend you use the Test option, as this will create a log of the games the application found. It looks like it successfully found all the games with the ISO format in the folder, so now it's time to view the artwork and add the games to my Steam library. Select the Add Games option. Selecting the Parse option will start doing a scrape that downloads artwork for your game. The parse was successfully able to find all the artwork for my game, so now all I have to do is export them to the Steam library. Selecting the Save to Stream option will start the process. Once it has completed, you will get a confirmation on the bottom right hand side of the screen. Now you have to just go to your Steam library to make sure the games have been added. If the games don't appear when you go into Steam, you may have to close and reopen the application. As you can see, the games I added from the Steam Rom Manager are now showing up under the uncategorized section of my Steam library. I suggest you try launching a game to make sure it works. Now let's try adding some Amazon games. Select the Create Parser option and select Amazon Games under the Community Presets option. The preset is designed to locate the default installation path of Amazon Games, so unless you have changed the path, you just have to select Save. Use the Test option to see if your games have been detected. Bear in mind that it will only detect games that you have installed on your computer. Go back to the Add Games option. Before you run the parser, I suggest turning off the other parsers. This way you only have to worry about the current one you want to add. Click refresh and this should start the download process. As you can see, my two games are present with their artwork, so I can choose the Save to Steam option and check to see if it's successfully transferred to the Steam library. The games have successfully been added and it's even created a collection for them in the library. Some of you may have portable games. If you want to add artwork to these games, the first thing you have to do is add them as a non-Steam game. For this example, I'm going to add Streets of Rage Remake. The Add Game option can be found at the bottom right-hand corner in the library. Clicking on this will bring up a window. Steam only detects games that are found in the installed locations, so I'll have to use the Browse option to locate my game. Select Browse to open the File Explorer and locate your game of choice. Once you select the executable file, select Open. This will bring you back to the original window with the game now showing under the list with a check beside it. Now I just have to choose the Add Selected Programs option. Doing this should bring you back to the library and the game should be located under Uncategorized Collections. Before we go back into Steam Rom Manager, I suggest renaming the game. Right-click over the game, this will bring up a context menu. Select Properties. Renaming the game will help Steam Rom Manager locate the artwork when using parse. Close the window and head back to the Steam Rom Manager application. Select Create Parser. Select Non-SRM shortcuts under Community Presets. This option will search for all the non-Steam games you add to your Steam library. There's nothing that you have to change here, so just choose Save. I quickly did a test to see if it was picked up and confirmed it has. I'm going to turn off the Amazon Games parser, select Add Games option, and click on the Refresh option. The game has successfully downloaded artwork, so now I just have to select the Save to Steam option. As you can see, it has instantly updated the game art for the game. Now you can run your game through the regular Steam application or Steam Big Picture mode. What is also great about adding your games to Steam is that you can exit out of them at any time by adding the Steam overlay. For those of you that don't know, Steam also has a recording feature now that will work with non-Steam games that are added to the library. Steam Big Picture mode is, in my opinion, the easiest way to set up couch play for your PC, and while using the Steam Rom Manager to set up games and non-Steam games does take some additional steps, it will be well worth it in the end. If you found this video to be helpful, please make sure to give it a like, and maybe consider subscribing as I will be creating more installation and setup videos like this one in the future. For now, this is the Core, your entertainment techie, signing out.